Well, hello YouTubers and fellow Viking warlords at the moment. My name is Sidevale. I am a member of Lion's Den, but I'm currently here helping Viking warlords with a couple of videos on their basically as a how to beat Canadashield at the moment. The first video should be up just before now, so check that out for the first 4 guys. I'm now going to move on to the next 4 guys. We've got an 11, a level 11, level 10, a level 11 and a level 12. And this is my how-to in terms of how to beat these guys. So let's move in and get this done straight away for you. Going into Robin Foot 25. And he's got the base layout as such. I've had a quick look at this, and in terms of the overlap, in terms of where the watchtowers go, this watchtower actually just narrowly misses the corner, so I'm going to go for the dragon roost in terms of where to start my flight. But how I'm going to place it is I'm just going to place it a wee bit further back just to give me that little bit of flight time that builds up my builds up the amount of time I have before it flies. The tracks are going over the middle of the Primus conduit as I did before. Now, I am going to take more hits here because of the way that he has laid everything out, but I am aware of that, and I'm going for my next flight, and I've been taken out. Now that was fully expected. I wasn't expecting to get through that scot-free, but what I have managed to do is I have managed to damage quite a lot in the centre of his base, because he's decided to put a lot of his kind of gold storages and so on and so forth just at the edges. So that's me just piling in the frost shields now. I, as you saw, used my wardens just to get me in that little bit closer in terms of breaking inside the walls. I don't really see the point in trying to power through walls when you can just hit one building on the inside. And as you can see, it's a formality now. We're absolutely flying through this base, and that is it. So as you can see, I went from the west side over to the east side and back, and then used my wardens to break me a nice wee hole on the inside and able to move forward. So that's phenomenal. Now we'll move on to Mad Matt. I think you guys have been struggling a wee bit with Mad Matt, so here we go, and we'll get the video up. So Mad Matt's done the typical east and west. That's where he's built up his kind of main high HP buildings, and he's put his 2 Skywatchers in and pulled his buildings quite close. The main weakness I saw in this was I could probably get the Sky to hit the barracks from where that Skywatcher is, although mainly at the Ancient Shrine. And then I'm going to fly a diagonal down to that Kingdom portal, which wasn't covered. So I'm going to put Viscaria right in the furthest corner and let her fly in, again giving me that extra couple of seconds, which could mean the difference. And then I am going to make sure the tracks go over the middle of the Primus conduit and take it in a far flight. So I've now got another flight ready, and as you can see, I'm able to hit that high HP building without the Skywatcher even touching me. I'm then going to go on another flight at almost up at a horizontal line, and again I'm able to hit that high HP building without being hit, and I'm going to go for my last and final flight straight across the middle and drop in my ice elementals. Everything's frozen up, and I can get my soldiers in to this gap nice and easy, shield them up, and as I say always, that's a formality. This base is actually relatively straightforward. He set them up. It looks intimidating to go for those high HP main buildings, but really if you do your dragon in a long flight, it'll attack from the furthest distance that it can, and therefore you should be absolutely rocking through it. So that's Mad Matt now taken care of. And we'll move on to the next one, on to Krys. Krys seems quite a character within Canadashield in the chat. So let's show you guys how to take his base out. He's their sentinel. He's got the plus 15 HP. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. He has a nice kind of base design here. He's gone for the square, and he's got the high HP buildings covered by the Skywatchers, this time he has managed to make sure that you can't really get a good flight in terms of off them. So the only way I could see that was particularly weak within this base was this bottom corner here. The gold storage there, the bunker, the watchtower. So I had a quick look at that. I've also got the Primus conduit, which I know I can get in a few flights, or I've got that gold storage, which is quite close to his SH, and is obviously a lower HP. So the first flight that I decided to start with is this, to go for this point just here, over to this blacksmith. As you can see, I'm hitting the blacksmith. It was the only building I could really hit, guaranteed, without that Skywatcher getting involved. So let this area do work, and I'm going to come for the flight over to this corner. Now this time I'm not going for the Primus conduit, you see that, I'm going for the troop portal, and I'm then going to let Viscaria get involved with that gold smelter, and then I'm going to go for another full flight across that troop portal again. I've created the gap that I wanted. That gap is now in this bottom section, but what I want to do is I want to do another flight as soon as possible. He's taken out Viscaria, that's fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop two sets of soldiers in here, and I'm going to get them shielded up immediately. Let them do work, get the paladins in, shield them up. I'm leaving my last set of soldiers till I get closer. Another set of soldiers in, shield them up, and then the last set that I'm going to use is my wardens. I'm going to put them at the diagonal, so they start doing work immediately, and they've taken him out. So the Sentinel, again, he is not any stronger. It's just a case of waiting before you drop your last two sets of troops, and you want to wait until you're closer to the stronghold. If you drop them too soon, they'll get taken out or damaged a lot before they've actually started hitting that stronghold. You want them to have their as much health as possible when they're hitting it. As you can see, I've still got quite a few troops left. The biggest thing I can say with these shields as well is don't place the shields until they've worn out. They don't stack, so you'll be wasting mana and wasting shields by placing them one after the other. I only do that when I know that there are troops in there that have still not been shielded up, and then it will bounce over to them. Okay, so on to Jassa now. This will be the last battle in this video. SH12 of Canadashield. Again, he's gone for the kind of square base with his high HP buildings over at the side. However, he's not protected them as well. So the way I decided to do this was basically exactly the same as we've done before. Go for these high HP buildings, but I'm going to wait. I'm not going to do my flight just yet because there's no need. I can take out and build up a lot of flights, so that's make it 2 full flights, and now I'm going to go for those flights. So flight 1 and flight 2 immediately back. And build up my next flight, flight 3. Oh, I've been taken out, that's a disaster. Okay, so in go the wardens on this bottom corner, shield them up immediately. I just want to take out that troop portal. In go my next 2 sets of soldiers, let them do the work that's necessary here. Next set of soldiers and my paladins, shield them up. And we're into their stronghold, and that's that, sorted, done nice and easy. I could have just powered straight through there. You could potentially not use a dragon at all and just drop in that bottom corner, but the key there is to wait until you're that little bit closer before you drop in your next set of troops, and that's that destroyed. I don't need to watch any more of that. So that is the end of the second video in this 3-part series of how to defeat Canadashield. I hope you've liked the video so far, guys. If you have, if they've been helpful to you, please hit that like button, hit that share button, and let me know what you think. If there's something you'd like to see in future, let me know. But the next 2 battles are going to be our 2 hardest. It's going to be against the level 12 Sentinel, and it's going to be against our level 13 King. That's me, Sidevale out.